Hi, I'm Mark from VRBO Outstanding and Vacation Home Mastery, and this week's episode is the cheapest way I guarantee you'll get more bookings, so stay tuned. And welcome back. Now, in my course, Vacation Home Mastery, I go into detail in this topic. We're going to go into a bunch of it right now, just to give you an example of what I talk about in my videos and in my course. So first of all, thank you for subscribing. If not, always click on subscribe below so you get the alerts every time there's a new video that drops. This week, I'm going to talk to you about the most cost-effective way to get bookings from the platforms. Now, when your guests book from VRBO or Airbnb, technically they're their customers, even though they're yours. So you don't want to pilfer from them. But once they book and stay at your place, if they happen to find a way to book with you directly for their next stay because they loved it so much, how do you go about doing that without getting in trouble? Well, I'm going to tell you a secret we've been doing for years that works great and it's super cheap. Now, some of you are going to think, Mark, you're 56, this is old school. Well, I got news for you. This works. Forget QR codes, forget that other crap. This is what I'm talking about. Business cards. Yep. Vistaprint, baby. Now, there's more to this than just business cards. So really got to watch this video. There's an active way to market, and then there's a passive way to market. First, we're going to talk about the passive way. Now, in each of our homes, we have cards to each of our other homes. Now, we also have two websites that show all of our properties, islandradahome.rentals and yourkeys.vacation. One is with Crafted Stays, and the other one is built by OwnerRez, okay? And those are sites we use for marketing. Whenever we want to target people who want a vacation to the Keys, we can showcase both properties in one URL, okay? But then we also have domains and separate websites for each of our individual homes. And with your business cards, you should consider that too. And here's why. Part of this reason is for the back side of the card, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So just stay right there and hang on to your seat. I want to first talk to you about page 1, the front of the card, okay? Now, with your card, you should always have your logo on it, as we have right here. And you should also have your name and contact information. So we put our names, both my wife and I's name. We put an email address and phone number. Now, if you have a website that has all of your properties, okay, then you can put in, for instance, Mark at home.rentals, okay, or yourkeys.vacation, okay. Don't use Gmail, don't use your personal, use it with your domain name, okay? Now, in another episode, we talked about having a dedicated phone number. For instance, we use Ring Central. You might go with Grasshopper or something less expensive, and that's fine. I think these are a blessing. You can get vanity numbers, which you talk about in the video, and also you can actually get services where it'll do the IVRs, where press 1 for this, press 2 for this, and in the video I explain why. And then also you can do texting as well. So the great thing is you can have it go to multiple devices, go to yours, go to your wife's, go to your property manager, whatever, okay? Now, as you can see, both these cards are very similar, all right? They have the logo, they have our names, they have the URL, they have our email address, they have the phone number on there. But also because where we are required to list our license number for our vacation rental, so that's on there as well. So we have to put that on there. Again, Vistaprint does this. It's super easy to design a card like this. And if you have no artistic ability, they have templates, and you can even enlist the help from them, and they can help do it for you. Now let's talk about the back of the card and why these business cards work and why they're so important to get. Because on the back, I'm going to give you a reason why you're going to keep this card. The picture, that money shot. Look, people don't just want to keep a business card, but if they see a picture of a home with that private pool or this with a private beach, they're going to want to, they know why they're keeping it, because this is going to be their next vacation, okay? Now, a little secret on the cards, okay? There's actually two secrets. First one is always pay for the premium hard cardstock. Get something that's substantial. This way it doesn't get beat up and worn away, and it stays in one piece. We've had these cards for several months, and they've been in my wallet for a while, and they still look brand new. Another reason why they look brand new is because look at that rounded edge. When you have a rounded edge versus a squared edge, which you should never have a squared edge, the squared edge gets beat up, right? And it just looks unkept. Who wants to stay at a vacation rental where the corners of the card are all beat up? Because then they're going to think the house is beat up, okay? And that's why we always recommend rounded corners. So always get them, and always get a good, strong cardstock. A nice glossy finish. This card looks impressive when we give it to people. And for a passive way, so a guest, for instance, books our home through Airbnb or VRBO, and on the desk, we go to Amazon, and we get these plastic card holders. Now, depending how many properties you have, Amazon has these card holders from anywhere from one to several business cards it can hold. So if you've got several rentals, no matter where they are, get one that size, put your cards for all your homes in there, let the people go through there, see the back of it, go to the website that's on it, which you should have not only a plethora of pictures, a cornucopia, if you will, but you should also have videos, Matterport 3D. The person should be able to look at that property and feel as though they're in it right then and there, and they know exactly what they're going to expect when they walk in. So we have videos, we've got the Matterport 3D, we've got a plethora of pictures, okay? And every room, different aspects of every room, etc. Next is the active way to utilize these business cards. Now, my wife and I would be out maybe at a restaurant, we'll talk to the server, the bartender, we'll be out with friends, we'll meet some other friends at different places. We always have these cards with us, okay? And we developed an elevator pitch, and you should too, for your particular home or homes. And what an elevator pitch is about a 30 to 45 second really sales pitch gets right to the point of what your property is about and why they should book yours. So what we usually do as an icebreaker is we always ask people, have you ever been to the Florida Keys? And no matter if they say yes or no, we've got a different pitch response to each of those people. Now, for example, we might ask people, have you ever been to the Florida Keys? No, we've never been there. And we give them the short description of why they need to go to the Keys and check it out. You know, it's like being in the Bahamas or Aruba, but you don't have to leave the country. You don't have to change your currency. It's a beautiful place, and it feels as though you're out of the country, but you're not. You don't have to deal with any of those headaches, and it's just a beautiful place to be. And we fine-tune that, obviously. And then if they say no, or yes, I should say, we've been to the Keys, that's great. Hey, next time you go, we've got these two awesome places. You should check it out. We'd love to host you, okay? And no matter what they say, they're getting a card. They're getting the reason why they're keeping the card, because they're going to vacation to the Keys and check it out. Or next time they go to the Keys, they're going to our place. Because the reality is this, people would rather book from people they know than from strangers. Look, I understand people go to VRBO and Airbnb and book from strangers. But if given the choice, if they know someone, especially if, for instance, when we go out, my wife is very well kept. Her hair is always looking good. She always wears stylish clothes. Everything's always ironed, looks perfect. And so when they see her and she goes, oh, we've got these great rentals, they look at her and like, the rentals must be good because you have your act together. You look well kept. I try to look good, but sometimes I don't always iron my shirts and so forth. But I still do my best and try to sell the property and try not to look as unkept as I sometimes do because I'm a guy. You know, she has more leeway. She's a well-kept woman. Anyway, but when they see a home from someone that they know and they respect, they're going to book from you. So this is why we keep these cards on us at all times. My wife keeps them in her purse, I keep them in my wallet, and we refill them constantly, because for 50, $100, depending how many you get, 500 or 1,000, hand these things out left and right. It's just free advertising. And when they see your homes, they're gonna go, wow, that place looks amazing. Of course they wanna stay there. So maybe your home is in Virginia Beach, Myrtle Beach, Orlando, Pensacola, who cares where it is? Maybe it's in Breckenridge, maybe it's a snow resort, right? It's a skiing resort. You ask them, hey, when's the last time you were able to get in the slopes? Hey, when's the last time you got to Disney World? Okay, we've got a great place for you next time you come by. Here you go, here's our card. All right, and this is how you build your brand. This is how you aggressively get more bookings. You can't just post on VRBO and Airbnb and hope bookings come in, and when they don't, lower the price. You have to go out there and grab them. And this is why the least expensive way to advertise is the best. And again, I know you guys are real hip on QR codes and everything else, but the reality is this still hasn't gone away. I still get business cards from people. I'll still hold on to the ones that I value, and also I give them out. And also too, my clientele is going to be people in their 40s to 60s, people who are my age, okay? So my homes aren't necessarily being rented to the 20-somethings or 30-somethings, but still, this is a great way to passively keep these in your home so people will book directly with you next time, which is what you should be striving at. And that's why I have my course, Vacation Home Mastery. Vacation Home Mastery is going to tell you exactly what you need to know to direct book, and I guarantee success or 100% of your money back. That's my promise. Hope you enjoyed the episode this week. As always, hit like, comment, subscribe below. We'll see you again next week.